Hello everyone, myself Dr. Amit Kumar Yadav, Associate Professor, School of Computer Science and Artificial Intelligence, SR University, Warangal, Telangana. So far, we have talked about understanding AI and making it trustworthy. Today, we take the next step. How do we make AI safe from mistakes and manipulation? Welcome to Making Smart Machine Fair and Safe. When AI get tricked, adversarial robustness testing. What is adversarial robustness testing? AI as a smart student. Think of an AI as an extremely capable student, good at recognizing patterns, images, and language. Adversarial attacks is equal to trick question. Attackers craft sneaky input designed to fool the AI. Inputs that look completely normal to human. Robust testing is equal to practice drill. We give the AI these tricky examples. So let's imagine AI as a brilliant student. It performs extremely well until someone gives it a trick questions. These trick input are called adversarial attack. They look normal to us, but confuse the AI completely. Why does this matter? AI is embedded in high-stakes system where error can be life-threatening. If AI can be fooled, the consequences go beyond a wrong answer. Self-driving car. A misread stop sign could cause a fatal accident in seconds. Medical diagnosis. A full AI could misdiagnose a serious illness as benign. Security system. Facial recognition tricked into granting access to the wrong person. Why this matters? In another word, we can say that this is not just theory, it's real world danger. A self driving car misread a stop sign. A medical AI misdiagnoses a disease. A security system grant access to the wrong person, small mistake, but huge consequence. How do we test for adversarial robustness? What is adversarial example? An adversarial example is an input that has been subtly modified, often invisible, to cause the AI to make a wrong predictions. How testing work to protect AI? We test it. We start with a nominal input, add teeny changes, check if the prediction flips. If it does, we found a vulnerability. Look normal to you, not to the AI. A few teeny, almost invisible dots at a stop sign can cause an AI-powered car to misclassify it entirely, a real word. Adversarial attack that highlights why robustness testing is critical for safety. The most dangerous vulnerabilities are the ones you can't see with the naked eyes. So here we can say here start with the normal input, add teeny change, check if prediction flip. If it does, we have found a vulnerabilities. What is the AI really thinking? Invariant explanation testings. What is AI explanations? The black box problem. Most AI model takes in data and produces results, but gives no insight into why they made that choice. This is the black box problem. Explainable AI, XAI, open the box. XAI techniques reveals which part of the input, which pixels, word, or features were most important in driving the AI decisions. Think of it like a student showing their work in math class. The answer alone is not enough. We want to see the reasoning. Invariant explanation testing, keeping reasoning stable. What if the AI explanation changes widely when the input barely changes it out? That's a serious red flag. Unstable output, minor input changes causes different explanation. Invariant output, both input yield consistent explanation. Invariant explanation testing check whether the AI's reasoning stay consistent for input. In another word, we can say that uh, what if what if explanation itself is unstable? If a small input changes causes big explanation changes, that's a red flag. Why is consistent reasoning important? Trust. Unstable explanation make it impossible to trust the AI reasoning process. Safety. In healthcare, inconsistent AI reasoning could lead to conflicted diagnosis. Accountability. When AI decisions affect people's life, we need stable, auditable explanation. Explaining the explanation. Invariant test for gradient-based explanation. Gradient-based explanation, how they work. What is gradient? In math, a gradient measures how much a function changes when you tweak its input, like the steepness of a hill. In AI, gradient tells us how sensitive the model's output is to each input features, how they create explanation. XAI method use this gradient to produce heat maps, visual highlights, showing which part of an image or data point the AI focus on most when making its decisions. Hot area on the map is equal to featuring the AI weighted heavily is equal to feature it mostly ignores. So we can say that AI uses something called gradient. Think of gradient as measuring how sensitive the output is to each input. This helps create heat maps showing what AI focused on, what it ignored. The challenges gradient can be unstable, small input change. A teeny, almost invisible tweak is made to the input. Gradient shift. The gradient value changes significantly in response. Flickering heat map. The explanation completely changes, highlighting different features than before. So here the main challenges with gradient can be a teeny input change can be shift gradient, uh, change heat maps after explanation completely. This create a flickering reasoning. Invariant testing for gradient. So we test for consistency. Why this testing does? Invariant testing for gradient-based method specifically check whether the heat maps and features important scores produced by AI remains stable across similar input. The goal: we want AI attentions to be consistent. If it found the ears of a cat important in one image, similar cat image should show the same patterns, not suddenly focus on the background. So here, unstable gradient path produces three different heat maps, random flickering. Stable gradient path produces three consistent heat map, invariant and reliable. So we test for consistency. We ask, does the AI focus on the surface on the same features for similar input? If yes, reliable. If no, unstable and risky. Fairness for everyone. Causal fairness explanation. What is fairness in AI? Traditional fairness looking at outcomes. Standard fairness check asks, are loan approval rates equal across group? This look at the result but not the region. Causal fairness look at why. Causal fairness dig deeper. It asks, was the AI system influenced by race, gender, or other sensitive attribute in a causal way? Two people with identical qualifications uh, should get identical treatment regardless of a group membership. Correlation does not equal to causation, and AI can appear fair on papers. So here fairness. Now let's talk about fairness. Traditional fairness and check outcome, but that's not enough. We must ask, why did AI make their decisions? Causal fairness explanation. These explanations use causal reasoning to investigate whether sensitive attribute directly cause the AI decision, not just correlated with it. Causal models. We build a model of cause and effect relationship between features and AI decision. Counterfactual question: would the decision change if this person belonged to a different group, or else being equal? Fairness verdict. If answer is yes, the AI decision was causally influenced by a protected attribute. So, in another word, causal fairness means instead of correlation, we look at cause. We ask, would the decision change if the person belonged to a different group? Would the AI decide differently? Two individuals with nearly identical profile, same qualification, same income, same credit score, but from different demographic group. Causal fairness analysis trace the AI decision path for both and asks, does group membership change the outcome even when everything else is equal? If yes, the AI is causally biased. Use tool for fair AI, causal fairness analysis using do why. Do why a tool for causal reasoning. What is do why? Do why is an open source Python library developed by Microsoft for building and analyzing causal models. It lets researchers and developers ask structure what if questions about data and AI decisions, how it helps AI fairness bit do high, we can define a causal graph, a map of how variables relate, and then test whether a protected attribute like race or gender causally influence an AI's output, even after controlling for other factors. The ultimate goals shift from correlation to causation, building AI systems that are not just statically fair but genuinely probab- probably fair. So to analyze fairness, we use tool do why. What it is doing, it helps us build case-effective models, ask what if questions, detect hidden bias. This moves us from correlation to causation. Final insights. The goal is not just to make AI accurate, but to make it safe, transparent, fair, reliable. Because AI decisions affect real life. So, so let's remember AI can be tricked. So here we have to test the robustness of the AI on different type of adversarial attack. AI explanation can be unstable. Here we have to ensure its consistencies. AI can be biased. Check causal fairness. Or then can we build AI that is not just smart but responsible? We explore one of the most impactful application of AI healthcare, but not just AI. Explainable AI in healthcare. Because in medicine, it's not enough for AI to be correct. It must be also understood. How interpretability is transforming AI-driven diagnostic, building clinician trust, reducing errors, and enabling safer, more transparent cares. Promise and pearl of AI in medicine. Promise: AI can detect disease earlier, personalize treatment, and process data at a scale impossible for human alone. The peril: without interpretability, AI decisions remain opaque, creating barrier to trust, accountability, and safe clinical adoption. AI bring incredible promise: early disease detection, personalized treatment, faster decision making, but there's also a serious risk. If we don't understand AI decisions, we can't trust them. AI's diagnostic leap, unprecedented potential. AI model can analyze vast data sets, medical images, electronic health record, genomic data, identifying patterns that remain invisible even to seasoned clinicians. Earlier detection, catching diseases at stage where intervention is most effective. personalized treatment, tailoring therapy recommendation to individual patient profiles. AI can analyze medical image, health record, genomic data at a scale beyond human capability. This allows early diagnostic, decision medicine, efficient workflow. But power without transparency is dangerous. The black box problem, a barrier to trust. Opaque decisions. Powerful deep learning models offers no window into their internal reasoning process. Clinical skepticism. Without understanding why a diagnostic is made, physicians hesitate to act on AI recommendation. Life or death risks in medicine, unexplained decisions carry profound ethical and patient safety consequences. Why did the AI say that? The question that block adoption and the challenges that explainable AI is built to answers. The black box problem, here's the core challenges. AI give answers but not reasons. Doctor naturally asks, why did AI say that? Without an answer, trust breakdown, adoption slows, risk increases. Inside the black box, complex neural architectures learn from millions of examples, but encode their knowledge in millions of numerical bits that no human can directly read or audit. No rationale output without justification cannot be verified or challenged. No accountability. Error cannot be traced, corrected, or learned from systematically. No trust. Clinicians and regulators require transparent, auditable reasoning. So deep learning models are incredibly complex. They learn patterns but store them in millions of numbers, which means no clear explanation, no traceability, no accountability, and in healthcare that's unacceptable. The need for explainability. Why transparency in AI-driven diagnostic is not optional. It is foundation of safe, effective, and ethical medical AI. High stakes of medical diagnosis. Medical diagnosis uh, is among the highest stakes decisions environments on earth. Every AI recommend influences a real patient trajectory, making the rationale behind the recommendation as important as the recommendation itself. So it is also called as high stakes. In medicines, every decision matters. A diagnosis can change or save a life. Misdiagnosis causes thousands of prevential debt. Explainability is not optional, it is essential. Uncertainty aware AI, a critical advancement. What is confidence? Let's look at an important advancement. Uncertainty aware AI symptom a system like confidence. Confidence 2025 is a large language model fine-tuned with structured diagnostic criteria, specifically engineered to identify and communicate diagnostic uncertainty, not just deliver confident sounding output. In medicine, knowing what you don't know is as critical as what you do know. 10.7% uncertainty recognition. over standard expert performance, plus 26%. Uncertainty explanation, improvement in articulation. So the goal is not to replace doctor; it is to support them. Explainable AI provide visual evidence, step-by-step reasoning, confidence scores, so clinicians can validate questions and decides. AI clinicians are collaborative visions. The goal of explainable AI is not to replace clinician clinical judgment, it is to augment it. When AI highlights what is found and why, physicians can validate, challenge, or act with far greater confidence. Visual impedance. It highlights regions on scans shows exactly where AI focus. Textual rationale. Step-by-step reasoning mirrors clinical thought process. Confidence scores. Quantified uncertainty guides, tracks, and further testings. Innovation XAI solution in action. Medical PatchNet. Let's look at real system. Medical PatchNet analyze image in patches instead of one big decisions. It examines regions, link diagnostic to specific area. This makes decision transparent. Medical PatchNet takes a radical approach to chest X-ray classification. Instead of treating the entire image as a single input, it decomposes the image into discrete patches and classify each independently. Transparent attribution. Each diagnosis is traceable to a specific image region. No post hoc approximation needed. Plus 30% localization. Pathology localization accuracy improved by 3%. In another word, we can say that let's look at real system, medical patchnet, analyze image in patches. Instead of instead of one big decisions, it examines regions, link diagnosis to a specific area. This make decision transparent. Deep medics are one human compatible reasoning. Visual grounding. Reasoning is anchored to specific visual evidence within the image, not generated abstractly. Step-by-step logic. Generate transparent sequential diagnostic reasoning, mirroring how experienced clinicians think. Clinicians' preference. Reviewer shows profound preference for deep medics R1 explanation over competing leading models. So here we can say here deep mix R1 it explains decisions like doctor, step by step reasoning, visual grounding, clinicians meaningful logic. This bridges the gap between AI and human thinking. Heart agent cardiologist explainable navigator. Heart agent 2026 is a specialized agent system designed for cardiologists. Integrate curated clinical tools and domain knowledge to support reliable, explainable differential diagnosis. It is about say 36% diagnosis accuracy plus 26.9% clinicians accuracy plus 22.7% explanation quality. So now consider cardiology heart agent helps doctor with diagnosis. It improves diagnosis accuracy, clinicians performance, explanation quality, a true AI assist, not just a tool. See in the reasoning, not just the result. The most impactful XAI system don't just flag an abnormality, they show where in the image the evidence lies and how that evidence map to a clinical conclusion step by step. Visual saliency, highlighted image regions pinpoint the AI's diagnostic focus. Structure narrative explanation accompanies every findings. Clinical alignment reasoning path mirror establish medical decision frameworks. Another key system expert, it aligns AI explanation with how doctors actually think. Instead of abstract patterns, it uses clinical concept, human understandable reasoning. Bridging trust and personalization. Explainability must extend beyond the population level, delivering insightful that is meaningful for each individual patient and each clinical counters. So here, person care nets goes beyond popular level insight, using attention mechanism and SAP value to deliver interpretability. So we can say that this SAP parameter is very important for understanding the explainability of the models. So here in personal care nets, we are having say 97.86% accuracy, high performance monitoring without sacrificing transparency. SAP feature, how much each feature contributed to the prediction is explained by say SAP models. Expert, another key system expert, it aligned AI explanation with how doctors actually think. Instead of abstract patterns, it uses clinical concept, human understandable reasonings. Impact the enhanced clinical decision making. When AI become explainable, doctor can verify decisions. Error can be caught early, trust increases, and most importantly, patient outcome improves. Futures of healthcare, AI as a trust partner. Explainable AI is not a niche to have features. It is the fundamental prerequisite for safe, ethical, and effective AI in medicine. Today, black box models with limited clinical adoptions and regulatory concern. So let's remember AI must be transparent, explanation must be meaningful, trust must be earned. Because in healthcare, every decision affects human life.